Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now, let's start. The ISRO is to establish a Regional Academic Center for Space, that is RACS, at which institution? So this will be set up at IIT BHU, that is Banaras Hindu University, and this will be a regional academic center for space, and it will be set up by ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO is under Department of Space. Present ISRO chief is Dr. K. Sivan. Now recently ISRO was also in news as ISRO announced that it is working on a green propulsion system for its Gaganyaan mission. The headquarters of ISRO is in Bengaluru in Karnataka. Now, in the context of propulsion, green propulsion means environment friendly. So the mechanism will be environment friendly and it will be reused as well. In this context, recently USA released its national strategy for space nuclear power and propulsion. And as per this new strategy by USA is going to set up a nuclear reactor on Moon by the end of 2026. What is the share of center in recently approved post-matric scholarship for SC students? SC stands for scheduled caste. So recently Union Cabinet approved post-matric scholarship for more than 4 crore SC students, and for this total amount of 59,000 crore rupees was approved. This is approximate amount, you need not to remember exact figure. Now, out of this much, 60% will be provided by the central government and rest will be provided by the state government. And the method of transfer of financial assistance to SC students will be done through DBT, that is direct benefit transfer. Now, if we talk about SC population in our country, so approximately 16.6% people are associated to scheduled caste, that is SC, as per 2011 census, and approximately 8.6% people are scheduled tribes, that is ST, as per 2011 census. Which Indian company has developed the country's first indigenous vaccine against pneumonia? So it has been done by SII, that is Serum Institute of India. It is Pune based institution and it is headed by Adar Poonawalla. So this is the first indigenous vaccine against pneumonia. Now what is the meaning of this term indigenous? It means this is the first vaccine by Indian company, and this is expected to be more affordable than existing vaccines which are already manufactured by foreign companies such as Pfizer and GSK. Now recently Serum Institute of India was also in news as it is trying to become the world's first company to produce a green vaccine. What is the meaning of this term green vaccine? It means during the vaccine manufacturing process, nothing harmful will be discharged in the environment. So the objective is to be the net zero pharma. Net zero pharma means no zero emission of environmentally hazardous substances. Pune is in Maharashtra, and Pune is going to be the host of Indian Science Congress in 2021. NSE, which won an arbitration tribunal award against Indian government in a tax dispute, is based in which country? So it is related to UK. It is a company based in UK, and recently it was in news because it won an arbitration tribunal award against India. So in simplest term, what is the entire issue? See, India demanded tax of approximately $2.74 billion from this energy company in 2015. The company approached arbitration tribunal, that is AT. Now in this arbitration tribunal, there is one member from this company, that is KN. There is one member from Indian government and there is one neutral arbiter. Now this arbitration tribunal gave the verdict in favor of this KN Energy in this matter of tax dispute. UK was also in news as the Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, is going to be the head of Republic Day ceremony. UK was also in news as it is going to be the host of G7 summit next year, and for this it has invited India. UK was also in news as next year it is going to be the host of COP26 in Glasgow. COP stands for Conference of Parties, and it is related to UNFCCC, that is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. COP26 is going to be in Glasgow. COP25 held in Madrid in Spain under the presidency of Chile government. Recently, COP21 was also in news. Answer in comment box which country was the host of this COP21. Chinese market regulators filed antitrust probe for monopoly against which company? So this company is Alibaba. Jack Ma is the founder of this company. Recently, China filed, that means Chinese market regulator filed antitrust investigations for monopoly against this company. Now, what is the name of regulator of market in China? It is SAMR, that is State Administration for Market Regulation. Which international association has banned to export plastic waste to the poorer countries? So, it has been announced by European Union. Now, as per the new decision, it has banned to export the unsorted plastic to the less industrialized nations outside OECD. So, what is the entire issue? See, usually rich countries export this plastic waste to the poor countries, and then poor countries throw it in the ocean. Why so? Because in poor countries, the environment regulations are not that much strict. So that's why rich countries transport or export this plastic waste material to poor countries. Now, European Union has banned this export of plastic waste to the poor countries outside OECD. Now, what is OECD? It is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The headquarters of OECD is in Paris in France. Now, in the context of this plastic waste and limitations on export, please read about 1989 Basel Convention. Which state has approved a bill to make Bodo an associate official language of the state? So this has been decided by Assam. So Bodo in Devanagari script is going to be an associate official language of Assam. Actually, as per the census of 2011, approximately 4.53% of total population of Assam speak Bodo, and that is why this decision was taken. In the beginning of this year, that means in early 2020, there was a peace agreement between central government, state of Assam, and 4 Bodo rebel groups. And as per this peace agreement, one of the major demand was to include Bodo as an associate official language of state of Assam. Next question is, exercise Yogdan is associated with which country? Exercise Yogdan is associated with which category of association? So it is related to NCC, that is National Cadet Corps. Yogdan is a Hindi word and it stands for contribution. So recently a digital forum DGNCC was launched. This is a digital forum and this will provide a platform to the NCC cadets to share their experience of various NCC activities. Now, NCC cadets played a key role in fight against coronavirus and they contributed under this exercise Yogdan. Now, what exactly is NCC? It is National Cadet Corps and it is the youth wing of armed forces. The headquarters of NCC is in New Delhi. Now, please note that NCC is a tri-service organization. What does that mean? It means it is related to Army, Navy, as well as to the Air Force. Which organization released report on the state of Mediterranean and Black Sea Fisheries? That is SOMFI 2020. So this has been released by FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization. It is Organization of United Nations. And the report is the state of Mediterranean and Black Sea Fisheries. And this report has been released by GFCM of FAO. What is GFCM? It is General Fisheries Commission for Mediterranean. So as per this report, approximately 75% of the fish stocks of Mediterranean and of Black Sea are overexploited. However, for the first time, this overfishing stock has decreased. Now, coming back to FAO, headquarters is in Rome in Italy. Recently, it completed 75 years and therefore, Prime Minister of India released a commemorative coin to mark this event, and it was a commemorative coin of ₹75. FAO was established on 16th of October in 1945. The parent organization of FAO is UN, that is United Nations Economic and Social Council. So headquarters is in Rome in Italy. It completed 75 years. Parent organization is United Nations Economic and Social Council. In which year did the Consumer Protection Act come into effect? So, it came into existence in 1986. To be specific, on 24th of December in 1986, and that is why on 24th of December, Consumer Rights Day is celebrated. And the theme of this year, National Consumer Rights Day, was the Sustainable Consumer. Now, please note that recently a new Consumer Act was enacted, and it is a Consumer Act of 2019. It has replaced this Act of 1986, and this new Consumer Act became effective from 20th of July this year. So it is significant from exam perspective. Now, for Consumer Affairs, we have Consumer Affairs Ministry, and its minister was Mr. Ramvilas Paswan, who passed away recently, and after his death, the charge was given to Piyush Goyal. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important events. So first is Bihar Sahayata mobile app. So recently this mobile app was in news as Bihar government won Digital India Award for this app for e-governance. Now what is e-governance? E-governance means governance through internet technology. E stands for internet or digital. So with the help of this app, Bihar government provided financial assistance to the workers in the time of COVID-19 pandemic. So this app was for financial assistance, and why it was in news? Because it won the Digital India Award. Next is 100th Kisan Rail. So recently Prime Minister flagged off this 100th Kisan Rail, and it will run from Maharashtra to West Bengal. In Maharashtra, from Sangola to Shalimar in West Bengal. So this was 100th Kisan Rail. Next is EDFC, that is Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. So it was in news because of New Bhaupur, New Khurja section. Now, what is the meaning of this term freight corridor? See, we have railway tracks. Now, on those railway tracks, passenger trains are operating. So, there is a problem of track for freight trains. Freight means those trains which are carrying goods instead of people. So, for these specific trains, special railway lines are being set up so that faster delivery of goods can be ensured. Goods means any item, be it vegetable, be it fruit or cement or anything. So, there are two important dedicated freight corridors. One is Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor, another one is Western Dedicated Freight Corridor. And this New Bhaupur, New Khurja section of Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor was inaugurated by Prime Minister recently. So, EDFC is from Punjab to West Bengal, and Western Dedicated Freight Corridor is from Uttar Pradesh to Maharashtra. And they both are connected at one point. It is Dadri. This Dadri is in Uttar Pradesh, and this is the connecting or meeting point of these two. That is, this one is Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor and this one is Western Dedicated Freight Corridor. Next is Nature Index 2020 Artificial Intelligence. So this was a index released by Nature Research. So as per this index, China is on top position in terms of research publications related to artificial intelligence, and China is followed by USA, and India is on third position in terms of publications on artificial intelligence. Next is webinar on secrets and delights of Indian cuisine. So this was organized by MOT, that is Ministry of Tourism, and this was organized under Dekho Apna Desh initiative. So under this initiative, the special highlights about the tourism destinations and culture of India are shown to make people aware about the diversity of India. Next is Monpa handmade paper. So this is related to Arunachal Pradesh. These are handmade paper, and recently KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, set up a Monpa handmade paper making unit in Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh. So this is old heritage art of Arunachal Pradesh. Now KVIC is trying to revive it. KVIC is Khadi and Village Industries Commission. It is under MSME Ministry. Next is CBIC, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. So why it was in news? Because it has introduced a new rule in the goods and service tax. So what is the new rule? As per new rule, business with monthly turnover of over 50 lakh rupees will have to mandatorily pay at least 1% of their GST liability in cash. So two specific key terms. One is whose turnover is beyond 50 lakh per month. They will have to pay GST, at least 1% of GST in cash. So this is being done to prevent frauds. Next is In Pursuit of Justice. So it is a autobiography of Justice R. Sachar, Justice Rajendra Sachar, and he was the head of Sachar Committee. Now answer in comment box, Sachar Committee is related to which field? Next is Mini Mahabaleshwar. So tribal area of Jawahar in Maharashtra is given the tag of Mini Mahabaleshwar. Please note that Mahabaleshwar is famous for strawberry. Next is Water Quality Testing Innovation. So DPIIT, that is Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, collaborated with Jal Shakti Ministry for this Water Quality Testing Innovation. This is a challenge for developing the devices for testing the quality of water. So two ministries collaborated. One is Commerce Ministry, one is Jal Shakti Ministry. Why they collaborated? For the innovation of a portable device. Portable means you can carry it anywhere. So portable device for testing the quality of water. Next is ICC Spirit of Cricket Award of Decade. So this was given to MSD, that is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Next is Tips Music. So recently Facebook collaborated with Tips Music. Now Facebook users will be able to use Tips Music label. Next is Prantiya Rakshak Dal. So Uttar Pradesh government is going to constitute this Prantiya Rakshak Dal even in urban areas as well. So far, it was constituted only for rural areas. So it is considered as alternative security force. Next is Jhatpat Processing. So this is an initiative of IT department, that is Income Tax Department, for income tax returns. So that was all. Now test. So first question is the MRSAM, that is Medium Range Surface to Air Missile, which was test fired recently, was developed in association with which country? Next question is the NFDC is based at which city? Next is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare along with which ministry launched a contest to strengthen CoWIN. CoWIN is for the digital tracking of this entire vaccination process. Next is veteran writer Sugatha Kumari passed away recently. She was from which state? Next is what is the new limit of FDI in DTH services? Next question is Sokar Wetland Complex, which was recently declared a Ramsar site, is associated to which union territory? Ramsar is related to wetland conservation and Ramsar is name of place in Iran. Now with the inclusion of this wetland, we have 42 sites in our country and it is highest in South Asia. Next is India's largest hockey stadium will be set up in which state? Next question is the Gender Park is an autonomous body of which Indian state? Next question is which is the first private sector defense company to be granted Green Channel status? And last question is which state government has inaugurated Fruits portal for the farmers? What is Fruits? It stands for Farmer Registration and Unified Beneficiary Information System. So that was all for the day. Please try to attempt these questions. This will show you the level of your preparation in terms of current affairs.